Hello everyone and welcome to Day Job. I am your host Code Marvelous, and today we are going to be doing a little bit of noise. Hello everyone, and we are live on Day Job. On today's episode, we're going to be playing noise because that's who I want to play. So let's go ahead and see if we can find ourselves a game. Now, for those of you who may not have been watching my show for a very long time, you might think that I am a humble shaper, but long ago, before Anarch was the more dominant faction, I was a diehard noise player. I spent months just trying to refine down like the best noise pawn shop deck that was possible. Now, of course, that's me saying basically that I have hipster street cred because I played noise before he was good. But that is, I guess that is what I'm saying. So I played noise before he was good. Alright, let's see if we can get ourselves an opponent. Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find, catch me a catch. I've had that song stuck in my head for like 2 weeks now. Scorpios. So Scorpios is an interesting one because I find that I just really don't care. Right, like they can RFG as much as they want. I just do not care. Keep. Going back to my roots. Alright, so. Hey! So let's put that down. Let's hit it. Let's get cash down. And then let's get wildside down. Hey! Now we're noising. Alright, so let's pedal it. So that's an okay one. We just need to get pawn shop. Always be pawning. The nice thing is now that we have the cyber feeder down, we can keep putting down one-cost viruses as long as we have the free clicks to do so. One of the neat things about a lot of these Scorpios decks, well, I don't know what this guy's doing, but a lot of these Scorpios decks, so the reason I haven't brought Grimoire out is because I don't want them to know we have it, so maybe we can surprise kill something with a Parasite without them being aware that we're able to do that. But a lot of these Scorpios decks aren't running a ton of recursion. Some of them are even running only 2 Jacksons. So, you know, if we steal multiple agendas on a single turn, they can only Hunter Seek us 1 time. So that's a lot of my ethos when playing noise against this type of deck. Clippy. Now, the original version of this deck had counter currents, but this version does not because I found that they weren't that impactful with how much milling I was doing anyway. So we need to get to the point where we're getting to some type of ice destruction because I think there's a Red Planet Couriers deck in our future here. Alright, so we got Pawn Shop, so that's pretty exciting. Let's get that down, let's get that down. Then we're going to hold the clot until the turn before I think that they're going to do the thing. So it'll buy us another turn to kill ice. So one of the neat things is at the start of the turn, we're going to pawn the cash. They're probably going to remove the cash from the game, which is going to suck. But it'll enable us to pop the street peddler without something off of it being removed from the game. Scorpios' ability is very impactful, but I feel like since Noise is somebody that people are not used to playing against anymore, people aren't as good at prioritizing which are his most important tools. So we're going to give our opponent a minute to see if they pick the cash. Yep. So now we can get Grimoire off of here, and the medium is not going to go away. And now we're going to put down Lamprey, and we're going to check HQ a couple of times. So the Red Planet Couriers is in play, so we need to get the clot down like next turn, or we are in trouble. So let's get that down before we forget. Let's run HQ. Let's see what gets rezzed here. A normal Hortum. So now we put a Parasite on that. And now we're going to go in, we're going to kill that, and we're going to Lamprey 3 times. So we drop the Lamprey, we run HQ, we go boom, boom. And then we can afford to get rid of probably one of the... I never want to get rid of a virus. Let's get rid of a daily cast. Okay, so there's the Purge, which I anticipated. Hopefully we'll pull a Deja Vu on our next start. So now we're going to Deja Vu for Lamprey and Lamprey. And then we're going to run HQ and get rid of our opponent's money and just hold them down. Nice. Okay, so let's get Darwin down. Let's get Cash down. Let's get Data Sucker down, and let's run HQ. We need to get a Black Orchestra down so we can break that triple advanced Hortum. We're milling a lot, so that's exciting. Oof. We lost a deja vu. But we got our nerve agent, so that's pretty exciting. And then let's get Clot down. Noise. Well, Clot's gone, but at least it bought us an additional turn. Let's check HQ once. GFI. Let's go again. Hasty. Fast Track. Red Planet Couriers. Let's drop Blue Orchestra, and then let's check archives. Because this can't be a Colossus, because they can't afford it. Actually, I didn't need to do that, but oh well. This should be game. No. But we're not going to get Hunter Seekered, and that's the important thing. Are all 3 parasites in the bin? No, just 1. Well, that's exciting, isn't it? Alright, so we'll get MK in the bin. I love noise. I don't know if that's ever come up in anything, but noise is the best. He is the original king of Anarch Disruption. Alright, so let's take the money. Alright, so I would like to see what's on R&D. So let's see if we can get an ice res. Sure. Just gonna let me in? Okay. So, what we're doing here is we're getting rid of our opponent's ice so that they can't do any red couriers nonsense, because that's not a card that we can really allow to live. Good game. Alright, so chat's awful quiet today. So have other people ever done the stuff with noise? Live stream. So let's take a look at the deck. So the bones are pretty simple. There's just some notable changes. Most notably, I'm using Darwin, and I don't have Imp. Imp's too slow, which is an insane thing to say, but it's true. And I already have. Usually, I'm using Imp as purge pressure, and the whale is my purge pressure. So it works out just fine. All right, so let's draw. No money cards. But we got Scheherazade, which is a pseudo money card. Did the stream just crash? Where the heck? Hey, Mike. I don't know why I've been dropping frames. I never drop frames, and I have way above the processing requirements to do this, unless I'm getting net lag and I need to go yell at Verizon again. Alright, so let's go see what that is. See if it's something that's I could break. I feel really good about this. So that's a code gate. So let's jack out. Unfortunately, I can't get in this turn because I don't have enough clicks. Hopefully we don't just get rushed out. Yeah, but solitary noise isn't fun. You have to play, like, real noise. Like, the fun noise. Oh, okay. So let's fire it up. Let's run server 1. Bulwark? Sure. I'll get rid of Scheherazade. Let's run HQ. Let's see if we get an ice res there. Okay, so we gotta get, the Tough Sauce Express. We have 2 cards to get rid of. Oh man, that's tough. Because we have good parasite targets. R&D is open. I guess the thing we need the least right now is actually the whale. So we'll ditch the whale. And we'll ditch, I guess we'll ditch the street peddler. The neat thing about Lamprey in Noise is it just buys you extra turns. So Let's parasite that. And let's run HQ twice. Utopia Fragment. Tastes good. And then we'll get rid of Clippy. Oh, I love noise. Okay, so let's get some money down and let's check archives. We've been milling a lot of cards. Okay, some ice in there. Is this a government takeover deck? No, that was like some sort of over advanced trap. Or not. All right. Is everybody just in awe of the noise play? And nobody wants to... Alright, I don't know what the heck's going on. Oh, okay. Oh, thank you for all the free bad pub. Okay. Let's check HQ. Okay. Do we think that this is an agenda or a trap? That's these are the real questions. Let's mill that. And then we can pitch the I've had worse. What the heck is going on? Like, is that a government takeover? Or is that a trap? So, we probably just lost. But it is what it is. Yep. Good game. So that's 2-1. IG. Well, that'll be exciting. Let's keep this. Okay. We just need wild side. So the nice thing about IG is our opponent is going to mill themselves for us. Yeah, I mean, we don't have a good chance here. I would consider just conceding and moving on to another game normally, because there are certain games where Noise just does not have a good match ever, under any circumstance. Oh, right, I can't draw again. Draw, let's gain a buck. And hope our opponent doesn't have double in their early MP. My favorite Wayland identity is actually Blue Sun, coupled with one of my yeah, we're dead. Good game, well played. Just because it takes something that you normally lose money for, rezzing ice, and turns it into something you get paid for. In the same way that Geist normally gets, you know, everybody else, generally speaking, pays money to break ice, whereas Geist gets paid to break ice. Sorry, I'm coughing. I'm getting over a bad chest cold. I couldn't handle all of the Murica this weekend, and now I have a chest cold. I would love for us to be up against like an HB or a yellow deck. So I'm going to take this opportunity while we're waiting for somebody to remind everybody that there is going to be a charity tournament that I'm going to be live streaming. Hopefully, we're going to have to use a hotspot this Saturday at noon Eastern time, so 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. All proceeds are going to the Child's Play charity, which donates toys and video games to children's hospitals that have, you know, patients that live in the hospital, pediatric patients that live in the hospital full time. Come on, opponent. Come on. Come on. Because we built it, just to discuss that a little bit more fully, because we built it, Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Blue Sun is in a terrible place right now. The thing with Because We Built It is it's like Stronger Together. They were on to the right idea for the identity, but like not the actual mechanical thing that would make it good. And that's somewhat problematic. I'm gonna mulligan. We don't have any money. There we go. That's a great hand. Like, you know, Stronger Together is like, oh, all Bioroids are 1 more strength. That doesn't matter, right? Like, that has no impact on Netrunner. So I always like to do the cheeky check of archives, just in case maybe we get the turn 1 flip. Right. Even if it didn't give you the credit, if Because We Built It gave you a click back the first time you advanced, but you still had to like pay the 1 credit for it, that would be totally worth it. Because it's not money that's Wayland's problem, it's clicks. Okay, so what to pitch? I don't want to pitch the whale because they're icing up pretty heavily here. I don't want to pitch the parasite. I guess it'll have to be the cyber feeder for now. Yeah, overdraw. I love when people overdraw against noise. Okay, so let's check HQ. Let's jack out. Let's check R&D. News Hound. Alright, we're probably going to get hard-hitting news tier, but that's life. Oh, okay. We're getting there. I'd like to find a pawn shop soon. Pawn shop is a fine card. Interesting. So we're going to get 1 parasite on there. And then next turn, we're going to, before our turn starts, we're going to bring the other parasite out onto the other piece of ice. Interesting. So it'll get 2 counters on it. Value Town. Alright, so let's put that down. I've had worse. And then let's gain a couple bucks and get rid of things we don't need. All right, so we're starting to get to an interesting place. And our friend here does not have a ton of money, which is pretty good for us. Not for them, but for us it's great. I wish I had left the Hades fragment in. That would be spicy and fun. So the ice goes down, protecting archives. Let's get the whale down. What's in the bin? Only one virus in the bin. Okay, so let's get the whale. We'll hold on to the nerve agent. Let's get the clot down. And then just get some money. His next turn, if that's an agenda that they want to score out, that will die. And then we can just hammer with Lamprey and Nerve Agent. Victoria Jenkins. Oh, this is that soul click denial deck. That's exciting. Well, we're in trouble. I forgot about enhanced login protocol, so that's pretty bad. So let's go HQ. Let's go server 2. Things are getting weird. We really need to clear this current or we can't win. Oh, we're in trouble. Alright, so there's the purge, which is just fine. I think we just lost, just because there's no metaphysical way that we can contest that. And basically, no matter what we do, they're going to have enough money next turn to score. So I think we lost. Yep, good game. Okay. So apparently we haven't lost yet. We have all of our... Alright, so... Let's see what's in server 4. Yeah, I don't give two fucks about that. Let's run HQ. Yeah, now we're probably gonna lose though. Oh, that's pretty good. So let's put both of those down and go into HQ. So one of the things that you have to be prepared for when you play noise is that every one of your games is going to look super gross. Let's go check archives. Thinking about it, so there must be an agenda in there. Archangel. I think just letting the trace fire is cheaper. Fire. So if I go in, I'm going to get stuck with a tag, which is going to be pretty bad. So I don't think I can do that. So let's run R&D instead. Somewhere in this deck, somewhere, my opponent has agendas. We have yet to see them, but I'm sure that they exist. Okay. So let's run HQ. Wait, why do I only have... Oh, right. Jenkins. I don't understand. Why can't we steal it? I don't understand why we can't steal this agenda. I don't get it. Oh, the fragment. I mean, this wasn't an intense game. We got blown out. Alright, let's see if we can get one more. Come on, opponent. I don't know. Click compression is really hard for him. I feel like we need a countercurrent. We're gonna mulligan this, even though we have the wild side. We've got no money. So I'm going to take this opportunity to thank everybody who backs me on Patreon. It's the only reason why the channel keeps expanding and I keep improving my equipment. Everybody helps, especially all my $1 patrons. But I'd like to give a special shout out to Matt Bruner, Chairman Hero, Ryan Perry, Dan Faria, Chris Perez, and Lori Plant, who support me at the shout out level. What? Oh, can't keyboard. Hey, the whale has been doing some amount of work. Alright, so let's see what we get on here. Ooh,
Ooh. Tastes good. Let's get the hacktivist down. That'll be nice and oppressive.
Alright. So let's get adjusted chronotype down.
Let's check with our face. Let's check with our face again. Sure, fire it.
No, this is not the Can of Whoop-Ass deck. Oh, sure, you can res that. Yeah, res that and trash a card from your hand. That'd be great. I feel like I was wrong to take out the hacktivist. I think we've got to have the hacktivist in here. Because all these weird assets that are around now are just like nightmarish for him. Alright, so there's a lot of agendas in HQ, and we just cannot get money cards early this stream, which is fine. Noise is a resilient. I just had this weird desire to start playing him last night, so I threw this deck together, and here we are. Yeah, you can have lots of money. Alright. So next turn, if nothing else, Chrysium Grid. Okay. Alright. So we're going to get that down. We're going to get that down. We're going to take the money. Going to put that on there. And then we're going to get that down. The whale is in play. Oof. A sweet hacktivist meeting. It's delicious. Come on, cash. Cash or data sucker. Either one's works. Whoop. Alright, let's draw. No, but we do get a parasite, so that's pretty exciting. So let's hit that on there. Let's run R&D. Eli. And let's pitch an extra Grimoire. Oh, I didn't have to pitch the extra Grimoire because we have a 6 hand size. 6 hand size. Forgot. Alright, we are in business. Next turn, we need to get the hacktivist back down. Oh, yeah. So let's go ahead and get that parasite down. And then get some money. We do need Aesops to show up. Aesops showing up would be pretty good right about now.
Exciting. Alright, so let's get pawn shop down. Let's get that clot down. And let's get that daily casts down.
Now the really neat thing here is that Sandberg is not as big of a deal as our opponent maybe thinks it is.
Because we can just mill them. Turns out. Okay, so let's draw.
Let's face check. And let's trash that. And then let's run HQ. All right.
I feel pretty good about that. All right, we have a max hand size of 7. Meow. Meow.
All right. So let's upgrade the whale. Let's pawn this clot.
And let's hammer HQ a few times. Alrighty. All right. Let's see what's behind door number archives. Sure, fire it. Checking ice with our face. I bet one. Alright, I mean, if that's how you want to play it, I mean, if you're cool, I guess, you could play Future Perfects, if you're into Future Perfects. I don't know if you are.
So that's most likely a Nisei.
Oh, okay. How many data suckers are in the bin? A fair number. So let's go ahead and go get those. Because they're going to help us out a lot. Nope, I hit the wrong one.
Break it.
That is what Dan is talking about. 0. Two. That's sweet noise business.
When the second ice goes onto R&D or archives, that's how you know. That's how you know you're doing good noise business.
Okay. Let's run R&D. I don't think it's worth it. Break. Break. I will trash Jackson Howard, yes. Cerebral static.
Alright, so now we're going to install another data sucker to get rid of that cerebral static, because we can't have that hanging around. And then we're gonna go R&D again, and we're gonna break some ice subroutines. And there's gonna be a purge next turn. There's no way.
Hedge fund. DNA tracker. Interns. So that's one of the neat noise tricks that a lot of people don't realize, is that like if you're up against anybody, you can basically be Kim by taking an op that you don't like that you see on the top of R&D and then being like, oh, I'm gonna. Okay. Well, there's still. Here's the thing, though. So we don't need to up the whale anymore. We're gonna get rid of the weakest parasite.
Can we afford to take a turn off here, or do we need to go check archives? That was stupid. Okay. Let's run HQ. Oh shit, I gotta get going. Hmm. Alright, so... Zero. Oh, I didn't realize how late it was. I don't know. I have not. Alright, this one, it is actually better to bring out MK, I believe. I think it's going to be a 1. Look at that magic. Good game. All right. I have got to run because I am going to be late for work. But thank you, everybody, for taking time out of your day to come hang out with me and watch me play one of my all-time favorite runners, Noise. Especially to close on such a game where we've got the full rig and we're being very bold and having it all on Scheherazade. Thank you very much for joining, and if you like what I'm doing, click the link below. Check out the Patreon, see if you can support, and if monthly donations aren't your thing, there's also just a tip jar below. Have a great day if you're going to work. And if you're halfway done with work, then congratulations. Take care. And until we see you again, always be running.